Well, hello, friends. Yes, it's Wednesday night, April 9th. We're talking Champions League. Whew, there were some great games today, some awesome games yesterday. We're going to talk about all four of those. It's a quarterfinals of the Champions League. We're talking about it. We're talking about the Vancouver Whitecaps possibly getting a new stadium. Okay, Brooks is really excited about that. We're going to talk about it. We're talking about FIFA Club World Cup tickets? I don't even care about it, but we got to talk about it. Do you know why? Because it ties into the actual FIFA World Cup. That's right, 2026. The ticket packages are together. FIFA, you're doing it again to us, FIFA. Oh my God. All right, we got a couple of other things. Wrexham are on the verge of history, and Salah and Virgil van Dyke could be signing where and for how long? We got a lot to get to tonight, guys. All right, when you're ready, let's go. Let's jump in.
What? And I'm going to give you one opportunity because we're friends.
Winner! Who gives a shit about where the ball's been?
Yeah, F him. They went from loving this guy, best move ever, to hating him.
I think it's the most ridiculous thing in the world.
I love it because it tells you how the game was played.
There's nowhere for him to go. I think there's one place.
You can't do that in the national team. Do I look like I'm freaking kidding?
He does things that are absolutely insane.
Successful and sexy? No. It wasn't aggravating at times? Yes.
Sorry,
That's not very fair.
It's not about being fair.
Welcome to the greatest soccer show ever.
All right, friends, did you watch the Champions League yesterday and today? Some games that just, the scorelines, the upsets. Oh boy, I'm excited. I'm wearing this shirt for a reason. We'll tell you in a minute why. Before we jump in, I got a couple of thank yous and a couple of news and announcements we want to give out. This one kind of close to me. Big shout out to the 2013 Michigan Jags pre-MLS2 team. They had one hell of a game Monday evening. They, in the State Cup, their first game in the State Cup this year, played against last year's State Cup winners, the Michigan Wolves team. And you're thinking, oh boy, the State Cup winners from last year coming in for their first game against the pre-MLS2 team. This could get ugly. But no. The Michigan Jags held their own, even scored first. Ended 1-1. What a game. Big shout out to Ryan and Nate in the middle of the field. I tell you what, that's why we love the beautiful game, because a team who've won trophies, who've done it all, come up against a team of, we're good. We'll see what we can do. And it's a draw. I mean, I'll tell you what, the Jags put on a hell of a performance. Well done, Coach James Renton. Game plan was superb, on par. It was enjoyable to watch. I got to be honest. It was really enjoyable. So, well done, boys. Congratulations. Big thank you to our partners. A big thank you to Soccer World, soccerworld.net for all of your soccer gear needs. Listen, outdoor soccer is starting up again. Get out there, get some boots ready for the outdoor season. Don't wear those old cleats that you've been clomping around indoor and on the concrete with. Get some new boots. Get to Soccer World, soccerworld.net. Big thank you to the Michigan Jags. As you just heard me say, they've got some great teams and great coaches. MichiganJaguarsFC.com for more information there. Big thank you to Aaron Bird, Next Level Training, and all the boys and the girls within the training crew of Next Level Training. They are the best trainers in the country. Trust me. They are exquisite. There's a reason the pros come from all over the country to train with them. And a big thank you to the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. You want to get back on the field after being injured? Get with the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. All right, we're going to start out with that Champions League game that was nearest and dearest to my heart. That one today was at the Parc des Princes, Aston Villa, away to PSG. PSG are what many considered to be the favorites to win the Champions League this year. They are flying high. They just came off winning their sixth in a row Ligue 1, the McDonald's Ligue 1. Villa went in there, and you could tell from the start that Villa were going to the Parc des Princes to park the bus. All right, this was their game plan. It didn't work. 3-1 was the final score to PSG. Villa put up a good fight, but 25% of the possession. As I said, that wasn't their game plan to hold as much of the ball. Their game plan was to just see if they could counterattack. All right? And they did it okay, but golly, our PSG quick, man. They closed down quick. In the middle of the field, they just close you down. They're all over the place. They're jumping in front of passes. It was incredible. Brooks, this game is like, it's almost like your giant versus your giant killer, your team that's not quite up to that standard. Obviously, PSG have been in the Champions League for many years now. They've won their 6th in a row league on. They've come through. They've had Neymar. They've had Messi. They've had, you name it, players. And it's Aston Villa, who 6 years ago were playing in the Championship in England. This is the game we all love. The stats today definitely showed PSG had the upper hand, though, right? I mean,
Yep.
what were we at?
Yeah, so the stats here. So 29 shots for PSG compared to 7 for Villa. 10 on target for PSG compared to 2 for Villa. 76% possession for PSG compared to 24% for Villa. Passing accuracy 94% for PSG. 840 passes completed.
840 passes?
Yes, compared to 271 for Villa, but 75% passing accuracy. More foul. Villa had less fouls. Corners 9-1. So yeah, it was really dominance from PSG.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it was pure dominance. But Villa's tactic was today to sit back and see if they could counterattack and break out. I was a little confused with the lineup. They had Rashford up top instead of Watkins. I had a couple of people text me and say, is Ollie Watkins injured? Now, he did pull a muscle a couple of weeks ago, but it looks like he's fine, back and healthy and good, but he still started on the bench. We had Pau Torres in the back instead of Tyrone Mings, who's played there for a couple of games with Konsa. So the lineup was a little interesting with 1 or 2 out of place, I thought. Now, it was pretty clear when PSG had the ball, Villa just said, all right, cool, you have the ball, we're going to drop back. We're going to put back we're going to play like a 6-3-1. Villa went up 1-0. Morgan Rogers early goal, 35th minute. A nice breakout. Villa win the ball in the middle of the park. John McGinn scoots it down. Morgan Rogers crosses, runs around the side. It was a very nice goal. 4 minutes later, a worldie from Doué, though. Just upper 90 far side. Martinez had no chance at it. And then Kvaratskhelia does what Kvaratskhelia does, man. The guy is incredible. In the second half, he twists and turns his defender and then puts it near post upper 90, which no goalie is ever expecting someone to go upper 90 near post. So not blaming Martinez at all there. Unfortunately, I think Villa were going to be okay with a 2-1 loss away from home because the second leg is next Tuesday. 6 days away. I think they were going to be okay with a 2-1 loss because they said, you're coming back to our house. We don't give up goals at our place. We've got a chance. But in the 92nd minute, they gave up a goal and made it 3-1. That's a little demoralizing. I got to be honest. To be overcome 2 goals against that PSG team is going to be very tough. Now, there's a reason they could get it done, Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason Villa could get it done. Do you want to ask me why?
Pride?
Nope.
Why?
It's because I'm going to be at the freaking game. They could
right.
get it done. I don't often go to Aston Villa games and we lose. They could get it done because I'm in the house. It could be the lucky charm. And then I might have to go to every single Champions League game after that for the Villa.
Wait. So how many games have you attended where they haven't lost?
Like real games or like preseason games are not counting?
Like real games.
Listen, I've been to, I don't know, a dozen or 2 games. Big games that I've been to, we win. Yeah, like the championship playoff against Derby County in 2019. We won because I was there. Paid a lot of money for that ticket, by the way. I've been to a lot of big games, and we win those games when I'm in attendance. And I'm going to be there at Villa Park. I cannot wait. It's going to be so freaking exciting. I get to go watch my team play in the Champions League.
Can you email Unai Emery and you can go in the locker room and the guys can rub your head for good luck or
You
something?
think that's what you rub my head for
Yeah.
good luck? Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Whatever it takes
Yeah.
to get us through the next round, I'll do. But it's going to be a hell of a game. Tuesday evening at Villa is the next game. PSG come to Villa Park. It's Paris versus Birmingham. We'll see if Villa can overcome that two goal 2-goal deficit that they have seem to have now. All right, the other game on the TV today at the same time was Barcelona versus Borussia Dortmund. And we had a little note before the game. Gio Reyna got in, right? He played for 25 minutes.
He did, but they were down 3-0.
They were already down 3-0 at that point. 4-0 winners for Barca. Barca dominated in this game. Barca, Lewandowski, Rafinha with 1, kind of stole that one. Lewandowski with 2, and then Yamal with the 4th.
Yep.
That is, I mean, if we're being honest right now, this final, whenever it happens, is going to be a solid final.
Yep.
The teams that are left in this are just clearly some of the best in the world. I cannot wait to see the final, even if Aston Villa are not in it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we've got Inter Milan and Bayern Munich on the other side. Arsenal and Real Madrid. Real Madrid, by the way, yesterday looked like dogs. Oh my God, did they look like dogs? We'll get to that game in a minute.
Yeah.
But Barcelona are rip-roaring through La Liga, playing very well. And guess what they're doing through the Champions League? Buzzsawing through the Champions League and right through the hearts of BVB. 4-0. I don't see Borussia Dortmund coming back from that, do you?
No. They're dealing with a lot. In league play, they're not doing very well. And yeah, it's just, yeah. They're just not the Dortmund that they were after they sold everyone and everything.
At least Gio Reyna got on the field for 25 minutes.
Yeah, it's a positive.
Positive.
Yes.
Yes. Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Barcelona going to be moving on. We know that. All right. The games yesterday.
Yeah, this is our BX Gunner 81's been making comments. He said he wants us to talk about the Declan Rice free kicks.
Woo. Well, which way would you like me to go, BX Gunner 81? The Wesley Sneijder way, or the way that when I was in the office, I was at work yesterday. I was watching this game, and when those balls went in the back of the net, those free kicks,
They were good.
My jaw dropped. Listen, the first one, I watched that, and then I watched the highlight of it, and then I watched the highlight again. I was like, that was freaking phenomenal.
Yep.
Just one little thing from me on that, and I'll agree with Wesley Sneijder this much, and I'll tell you about the Wesley Sneijder piece in a minute. The wall was not set up correctly. I don't know why Courtois set up the wall almost inside the post. It was bizarre. He needed another player on the outside of the post. Nonetheless, doesn't matter. What a free kick that first goal was. And I said, that could be the goal of the tournament. The way that thing swerved was absolutely incredible. And then Declan Rice said, oh, you think that was a good one, huh? Hold my beer.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm going to do that again. And he went even further upper 90. Just incredible. You're not going to see one game that has 2 free kicks by the same guy of that class again.
Yeah.
That was absolutely incredible. Now, Wesley Sneijder came out after the game and said, I'm not impressed by those free kicks. He's a really good free kick taker. Big deal. He scored 2 free kicks.
That's hard to do from where he was at, and just, I mean, that one he whipped around the wall and tucked just inside the near post.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I've never seen anything like that. BX Gunner said, and BX Gunner 81 saying, Rice united football fans all over the globe yesterday.
I agree. Listen, we all thought going into that game, okay, Arsenal, you're at home. Let's just keep it close. See if you can nick a goal. And let's see if you can give this Real Madrid team, 15-time Champions League winners, Real Madrid, a game. And Arsenal came out, and it was 3-0 final. It could have been 6-0. It should have been 6-0. Even Jude Bellingham of Real Madrid says, we're lucky to get out of here with it only being 3-0. And that's coming from one of the stars in the world playing in that game saying, we got our asses kicked tonight, and it should have been worse.
Yep.
Arsenal, my God, what a performance, an absolutely stunning performance from Arsenal. So far, the performance of the quarterfinals. I fully expect them, though. The following game is at Real Madrid 1 week from today, Wednesday, to hold on to it. But Real Madrid are coming at you.
I don't think they'll pull an Arsenal.
You don't think they'll pull. So the correct term I would use there is I don't think they'll pull a PSG. because if
Oh,
you
yeah, they
remember,
did.
PSG
Yeah.
were up 4-0 against Barca.
Mhm.
Barca then beat them
Yep.
5-1 in the return leg, or 6-1 in
Yep.
the return leg, and winning the tie. I don't see Real Madrid coming back and winning this tie, but they will make it tough. When you've got Vinny Jr., you've got Bellingham, you've got Mbappe running at you over and over and over, and now you're in the Bernabeu with 100,000 plus looking down and just bearing down on you. If Real Madrid score early in that game, we're in for one.
So
We are in for one then.
question for you. So we've been talking about Arteta's not getting it done. He's not won the Premier League title. He's, that's not in sight. Liverpool have got that locked up. So if Arsenal win the Champions League, does that make you think differently of Arteta?
Absolutely. But I think if you gave each Arsenal fan, what would you rather win? Premier League or Champions League? I think they'd say the Premier League. I think they'd rather win the Premier League because it's been a while, right? That's the one that it takes so long and it's a grind. It really is. I think they'd rather win that one. I mean, BX Gunner 81, other Arsenal fans watching, tell us your thoughts. But listen, if you go and you win the Champions League, I think everybody has to go, yeah, he got it done. He's a big-time coach. He took this team without a true nine, with injuries, and he got it done. And look who he beat along the way, because he's going to, obviously, this team's going to have to...
I mean, they'll probably
one more
face
leg.
Barcelona, possibly, in the final.
They could face Barcelona. I don't know how the brackets look. I can't remember now, but there's teams that they are...
Yeah. BX Gunner said he still wants him gone in June, even if he wins the Champions League.
Oh, no. There's no way in hell they would fire him if he won the Champions League, man. Especially after the performance in that game. At home for you Arsenal fans, you must have been, oh my God, so excited. Yeah, I mean, what a game. What an absolute game. All right, the other game that happened yesterday, Bayern Munich, Inter Milan. Now... You're thinking, okay, Italian versus German.
Dominated by Bayern.
Yeah,
dominated. 20 shots to 10, 7 on target for Bayern.
That's what we were expecting, though. And what was the score, Brooks?
2-1 Inter.
2-1 Inter.
That's typical Italian teams.
Italian teams, they just sit in, they wait, they're composed, they take their opportunities. Now Bayern have to go to, I believe they have to go to Inter.
Yep.
And you don't want to have to go to into Italy to
Milan
score goals.
Tough to go win.
Oh my God!
That stadium.
Park the bus. Oh wow, that's where it comes from. Park the bus is Italian style. They are just gonna sit back and pick you apart after you make mistakes. They're just and the counterattack, but they're so just ready to sit in there. Bayern, you had your chance. Harry Kane put a great ball in the back of the net. With all that being said, I think Bayern's going to win that 1-0 and they'll go to extra time and then PKs and who knows from there.
Yeah. BX Gunner thinks Inter win it, but an ugly game.
In an ugly game. Yeah, Italians love to make these games ugly. They love it.
Yes.
It's what the Italians do. We all know it.
Strategy doesn't mean ugly. Come on.
Oh, it does. It means ugly. Ugly. Ugly.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, I tell you what though. 4 Champions League games in the last 2 days. We got 4 more. The return legs coming up next week. If this doesn't get you up and excited, guys, nothing will for football. Nothing will. This is the best at the moment. All right, we got a lot of other stuff to get to here. We can't talk Champions League all night. I wish we could. Really wish we could. I'm going to have a couple of videos next week as I'm attending the Villa PSG game. As I said, we'll do a couple of other things. But we got some things to get to tonight that you may be interested as well. We're talking FIFA Club World Cup, the ticket package deal. If you want tickets to the 2026 FIFA World Cup, the easiest way to do it is to buy tickets for the FIFA Club World Cup this year. We'll explain. We've got some stuff there. And in the MLS, the Vancouver Whitecaps are looking to build a new stadium. We'll tell you why. There's not just, hey, we want a new stadium. There's a reason for that. Brooks has got the insight there. Wrexham are on the verge of history. Incredible. We did not see this coming, even with the owners putting more and more money in. This is incredible. And then we're going to talk Virgil van Dyke and Mo Salah potentially signing new contracts. All right, all that coming up right after this. All right, Brooks. We're at our favorite store, Soccer World in Rochester. We're just gonna do some light shopping.
Okay.
Nothing big. Ooh, pretty colors. Oh, and one of these too?
Ooh, Germany. Nate would like this.
Hey, Brooks, look at all these. Look what I got.
South America. Ooh. Wow, that's not MLS. Ugh.
Socks? No.
Ooh, a ball pump.
Next in line.
Sir, you're next.
Right. That's a mannequin. You know that.
Huh?
It's a mannequin.
Oh. Sorry, sir.
Craig, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Huh?
All right, Brooks, we got a couple of comments. Why don't you read those out, my friends?
Yeah, so here on Facebook, Aiden Mifsud is be positive about Villa. At 1-2, we needed a 2-9 win next week. At 1-3, a 2-0 and penalties will do.
Yeah. No,
Or, sorry, he meant 2-0. Yes.
2-1. Yeah. At 2-1, we were looking golden. At 3-1, it's a tough ask, but I believe we can do it because in the Champions League games we've had at Villa Park, we haven't given up a goal, if I read that correctly today. So a 2-0 win, a hard-fought 2-0 win, go to extra time, then some penalties. I would take Martinez in the penalties, but Donnarumma is freaking huge, right? Well, that would be fun to watch that at Villa Park. All right, yeah, that part of the reason I wore this today. Villa won back in 1982. Just trying to bring us a little luck for that game next week. Stay positive, though. Stay positive, Villa fans. What else we got, Brooks?
One more comment from BX Gunner about the Inter game. Lautaro's shot was fantastic.
Oh my God, what a shot! I love the outside of a boot, especially on a right foot. Bends it. Oh my God! Outside of the boot, and it goes to the upper 90. I don't think the goalkeeper saw that coming at all. I mean, he should have probably struck it low and hard, down and straight, but he decided he's going to lift it up on the outside of his boot and swing it to that far side netting. And what a beautiful goal! BX Gunner 81, you are absolutely correct. What a goal that was!
Yes.
Still doesn't top the Declan Rice. I think the second one was maybe the best, but the first one with the swerve. I don't know, man. I don't know. If someone said no, the first one was better, I probably wouldn't argue. You know what? Who cares? They're both phenomenal. All right, Brooks, lots to get to. Let's jump in. Let's talk about Vancouver Whitecaps looking to build a new stadium. Yep. Tell us a little bit about this. You're telling me they're looking to build a new stadium to make sure the team stays in the city and that the owners can sell the team?
No,
Explain.
It just depends how you read this. So currently, the ownership group is Greg Kerfoot, Steve Lusso, Jeff Mallett, and Steve Nash. So those are the four owners currently of the Vancouver Whitecaps. They are currently looking to sell. All of them are looking to sell to a buyer, multiple buyers, whoever want to go in for Vancouver. It's a club that plays at BC Place. It doesn't own its own stadium. It leases it. The lease expires here at the end of 2025, and they just don't have they don't have their own training facility. They lease that as well from a local university. So it's not one of, I would say, the wealthier clubs in MLS. So
okay,
what happened was Axel Schuster, who is acting CEO and sporting director, has come out. There was a press release that Vancouver released, and it said, "Hey, we want to look for a new stadium." The media was making some rumors about it, and he said, yes, that's what we want to do. We want to go to a place called the PNE Fairgrounds. In the PNE Fairgrounds, a long time ago, there was a stadium called Empire Stadium that was next door to it, and that's where the NASL Vancouver Whitecaps originally played their matches.
Okay.
So there's some history out there, and they want to see if and there's a huge bunch of land out there. and they want to see if they can purchase that land and build an outdoor stadium and a training facility out there. So there's that play. But then on the flip side, this is also to maybe buy some time to find new owners, so they keep the club in Vancouver, because if there's no owners or there's someone else somewhere in the United States or across the world that wants to buy them and move them, then that's always a possibility as well. So it's kind of a little both. They want to improve the Whitecaps, but also they want to prevent the team from moving outside of Vancouver.
Okay, so there's a couple of factors at play. That's interesting. Interesting. I mean, listen, I hope Vancouver gets a new stadium. I hope the team stays there, and I hope the owners sell to new owners who want to come in and update the team and do more with it. It can only help the sport in that country of Canada, in the area. So I hope that happens, and they don't end up moving. That would be nice.
Yes. It'll be interesting. I mean, listen, when BC Place is rocking, I think it's a great atmosphere. It's a turf. It's an indoor field. They've talked about this new stadium not being indoor. It'll be grass and it'll be outdoor, which is saying a lot, because Vancouver in probably February is probably not a very nice place to play, because it's probably very, very cold and bitter.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, listen, I like the effort. I like them wanting to keep the club there. I mean, these are MLS 1.0. I mean, I'm going to mean at 1.0, 2.0 teams, like bottom of the, there are some teams there at the bottom that really need to put money into their club and improve and make it a destination for players that want to play at Vancouver.
I agree. Well, I hope that happens. I hope everything happens and everybody's happy. Can't we all just be happy and play the sport? Can't we all just win? All right, let's talk about winning. Let's talk about Wrexham. Yep. All right. I know everybody nowadays is a Wrexham fan. Everybody's a Wrexham fan because of the show, right? Yeah. Welcome to Wrexham. Rob and Ryan, what they've done.
Everyone in Vancouver, because that's where Ryan's from.
Right.
He's Canadian.
This is true.
Yeah.
But everybody knows the show. Everybody knows the club. Everybody's been following it. And it really is a cool story. If you got into Welcome to Wrexham Season 1, you did see that it was a little bit of a struggle for them to buy the club. You saw the behind-the-scenes things. You saw that, wow, a professional football club is struggling because of the lack of fans coming in. The stadium is not up to par. The
town.
The town is
because the team's not doing well.
And it's everything coming together. I loved Welcome to Wrexham 1. I didn't watch Welcome to Wrexham Season 2.
Or 3.
I got a little finished with 1 because of the...
you didn't like the in-depth local stuff. You just...
I wanted more behind the scenes about the team, right? That's my thing. I want the team. I want to see how the team's doing. I want to see how they train. I want to see how they negotiate players and the contracts and all that good stuff. Anyway, that's besides the point. We all said, okay, it's good. There's 2 big movie star actors, TV actors that have bought this club. They put some couple million in. They'll make it work. And look at that. They didn't even get promoted in Season 1.
No.
They missed out by that much.
Yeah, they had to wait to get promoted from the National League.
And then they got promoted. They put a little bit more money in. They got promoted. And we thought, I remember, we were all talking about it. We went, oh, isn't that good for them? And people go, well, they're going to get to the Premiership. And you go, no. Come on, man. They're not getting to the Premiership. That's just silliness. And they put a little bit more money in. And then what happened? They got promoted again. And you're thinking, okay, well, you got promoted 2 years in a row. That's pretty incredible. That's really cool, actually. Good job. But it's not, you're not getting to the Premiership. You're not going any higher than this. And then this year's kicked off. And now they're 5 points clear. They have 81 points, 3 points ahead of Wycombe Wanderers with 5 matches left to play. They're in second place. They could get promoted. This would make 3 years in a row getting promoted. No English club in the English Football Association has been promoted 3 years on the bounce.
Yep.
They are...
And I think they were automatic, weren't they?
Yeah.
They didn't have to play in the playoff games.
This would be an automatic.
This should be the third one where they didn't have to do a playoff. Yeah.
Yeah. This is going to be history in the making. And all of us have to admit that we were wrong. I mean, we all said, yeah, they're going to put some money in, they'll get promoted once or twice, but it's going to take some time. Yes. I don't think you could find anybody who can clearly go, look, I put it on video and I wrote it down right here. They're going to be promoted 3 years in a row. I mean, that's incredible. It's such history. So here's who they have left, if you're ready. 5 games left for Wrexham. They're at Wigan, who are in 18th currently. They're home to Bristol Rovers, who are in 20th currently. At Blackburn, who are in 10th. At home to Charlton, who are in 5th. So Charlton need to pick up points to remain in the playoff spots. And then away at Lincoln City, who are currently in 11th, and I don't believe have any chance of making the playoffs. So that could be a nothing game. Lincoln are just looking to get it over with and be done. That could be an automatic 3 points there. Now, the biggest closest rival is Wycombe, who are at Stevenage, 14th place. Home to Bolton in 7th, so that's a must-win for Bolton as well.
At Bolton.
At Bolton, excuse me. At home to Charlton, who are in 5th, as we talked about. Charlton will need to win that for points. At Leyton Orient, who are in 9th, who could potentially need points to try to get up into that 6th spot. And then they're home to Stockport, who are in 4th. And if they haven't locked up 4th, they'll need to be fighting and maybe even trying to get into 3rd there to get the top spot in the playoffs. So, listen, this is potentially going Wrexham's way. They could be on the verge of history, and it's incredible. You have to hold your hands up, and you have to say, Rob and Ryan and the team there, congratulations. Not ready to give them the trophy quite yet and say welcome to the championship, but it is freaking close. Just if you're aware and you're wondering, well, what about first in the division? That's already been locked up. It was locked up this past weekend by Birmingham City, who nobody cares about. I am not a Birmingham City fan because I'm an Aston Villa fan, but Birmingham City were in the Premiership several years ago. They got relegated. They stuck around in the Championship for a long time, and they sucked there, and then they got demoted to League One. And then Tom Brady and his investors have now put more money in, and they got back to the Championship. So
it's interesting. The top 4 teams, 3 of the 4 are American-owned.
The top 4 teams in the EFL right now?
Yeah, because Birmingham City's with Brady.
Yeah.
He's a part owner, though, isn't he? He's not full owner.
No, he's just a small minority owner. Yeah.
Okay. Well, they have some American ownership.
Yep.
Stockport's American-owned, I believe. Wrexham is.
It's incredible.
And then Wickham, sorry, is they're, I believe, probably they're not American, but I don't know who owns them.
Interesting. We need to look into a little bit. I mean, listen, it's you can understand why American business owners go to England to buy these clubs. These clubs have 100+ years of history. They've got a fan base and a following. The sport is just growing. There's money involved. There's more money involved. And why are they putting their money into England and Britain? Well, because it costs so freaking much to run teams here in America.
Yes, at least MLS clubs.
If you want an MLS club, you're looking at $500 million as a franchise fee. Pay the $500 million, and what do you get back? Like the key. You get literally a key that just says, go ahead and build your team. Mm-hmm. And you're like, well, now I got a staff. I need a stadium. I need players. I need everything. And there's another $500 million just to be competitive.
Well, maybe we'll see with the USL doing promotion relegation 2028. Maybe we'll see more celebrities buying championship.
Oh, I guarantee you some of the celebrities will buy teams within those leagues and try to promote up and do a documentary and do a Wrexham, if you will.
Sure.
If you will. All right, we got a couple other things to get to, Brooks. The one that you've got on the list that really is downright scandalous, if I'm being honest, is the FIFA Club World Cup ticket package deal. This is interesting. There's some little nuances, and if you here in America, or around the world, I suppose, are hoping to go to the 2026 World Cup, there's an easy route in. There's a really easy route in to get tickets, and we'll let you know how right after this.
I'm Craig Hearn. Today, I'm here with the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. He's going to show me some simple exercises and stretches to do before my soccer games. Because to be honest, I'm getting a little older and I need to be better prepared for these games. All right, he's got some stuff he's going to show us. Let's jump in.
What's up, guys? Dr. Zach here with Craig. We're going through a dynamic warm-up here. Super important, especially in this age group as we get older. A lot of guys that I see, they go right from their car and straight to the field without any warm-up. We want to make sure that we're getting the body warm, we're getting loose, we get the heart rate up so that we can help reduce injuries. All right, guys, so I've got Craig currently doing some grass sweeps. He's doing a Frankenstein stretch, and he's also going through some pogos right now. Whoa, Craig, what the hell?
Yep. Sorry, Doc.
All this newfangled dynamic warm-up, this and that. What was wrong with my old warm-up? Oh, yeah, the doc was right. Definitely need the new warm-up. Oh, good Lord.
Few comments here we have. So, Mr. Steven Aversa, any hope that Leicester City Football Club could get promoted next year?
Interesting question, Stephen. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Brooks, by the way, you'll have to keep your eye out. Steve plays up at Novi against in a couple of leagues, so keep your eyes out. He's a good goalie.
Yes.
Always working on his game, which I really like.
Yes.
Listen, Steve, unfortunate season this year for Leicester, going down.
Good news, though. They played the Jeremy, the young guy they played, the 15-year-old came in last year, second youngest guy to make his Premier League debut.
Wow.
Behind the Arsenal young lad that made it.
But also, I believe in the contract of Jamie Vardy, if Leicester get relegated, there's a clause that says I'm staying, and it clicks in another year. So he at 38 years old is committing to play another season at Leicester City to help them get back to the Premiership. So one of your star players is saying, I'm not leaving, I'm staying with the club again in this time of distress, and we are going to work through it, and we're going to come back. So you got to love it, man. Loyalty right there from one of the greatest strikers in the last 12 years in England in the Premiership. Love watching Jamie Vardy with his quickness. So good luck to Leicester. We'll see if the Foxes can get back and win it next year.
Quite a story in my opinion if Vardy could get them back into the Premier League after being relegated, because that's pretty much what he's done in his career. He did it the first time, and then they won the Premier League a few years later. They got relegated. They came back. It's like, can you keep doing this at his age of, 37?
Incredible. It really is incredible. All right, here we go. FIFA Club World Cup ticket package. Are you interested in going to watch the FIFA Club World Cup? Yeah, me either.
I think there's a lot of money at stake for winning this thing.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, there's a lot of money at stake.
Yeah.
Do you think the fans care?
I mean, the clubs may actually bring talent if they know they can add a lot of money, which means those European clubs can use that money to buy players.
It's a big deal if you get the money. If you get in, I think if you get in, you get like $9 million, right, or something like that.
Yeah, but if you win the whole thing, I think you get a couple $100 million.
Yeah, sure.
Or it's split between.
I don't think the fans care that much. The fans want to put the focus on, on the leagues and on the Champions League and on the FA Cups and the cups at their home league. But so fans don't care. And FIFA knows this. FIFA's figured out really quickly. Fans really aren't that interested in the FIFA Club World Cup. So how do we fix this? Well, we know in a year the FIFA World Cup is coming to the USA. So I know what we're going to do. We're going to tell you that if you buy enough tickets to the FIFA Club World Cup, you can get a ticket to the World Cup the following year. Brooks, I'm going to let you read off this stuff because it blows my mind, and I may get too pissed off with how downright effing scandalous this is, in my opinion. Have at it, buddy. Tell us how this works.
Yeah. So FIFA essentially came out and said, listen, there are two, they call them packs. I guess that means packages.
Package deals. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so there's two ticket packages you can get for this. So there's a standard pack that features two or three tickets to the FIFA Club World Cup for the matches for the group stage. And buying the standard pack that grants you a guaranteed option to buy one ticket to the 2026 World Cup.
It gives me the option to buy it.
I don't know what that lingo means.
If you buy 2 or 3 tickets to the World Cup matches, and it doesn't even, how many? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it all the group stages that one of your team's playing in? That allows me the option to buy one singular ticket to a World Cup, to the World Cup. Is that one match? Probably just in the group stage? Or I
think it's just a group stage match.
To buy one ticket to the 2026 World Cup.
Yes.
Okay. So that is your standard ticket pack.
which probably most people will probably go for. Now here's the ridiculous one.
Okay.
Like this is like Eager Beaver needs to like, that really wants to go to the World Cup final.
What's the name of this one?
This one's called the Super Ticket Pack.
Oh, I love the brand. I love
I
the
know.
name. Such a unique name, the Super Ticket Pack. All right, give it to me, Brooks.
So it features 20 tickets to the Club World Cup matches. And then
Well, hold on. I got to buy 20 tickets?
yeah, and it's
Okay.
1 ticket per match. You just look at like 20 per match. It's 1 ticket per match.
So you're
So
saying
you got to attend 20 matches.
I can't buy 20 tickets to one match. I got to buy tickets. I got to buy 20 tickets to attend all 20 different games?
Yes, and in the group stage, there are only 22 days to do this.
Holy F.
Yes.
Okay, so let's say I'm a Super Ticket Fan Pack guy and I buy 20 tickets to 20 games.
Yes.
What do I get for the World Cup?
So you are guaranteed the option to buy 1 ticket to the 2026 World Cup final.
I want to go see the World Cup final, but I don't know if I can afford to buy 20 different tickets to 20 different games.
That's a lot of travel because like you just can't go to one stadium because it doesn't host 20 matches.
And you
And there's probably not one coast that hosts 20 of them.
And how are you can't transfer tickets? Oh, can you? I mean, oh Jesus.
So you cannot resell them. You cannot resell them it sounds like on a third party. You can give some of these you can give them to a friend or a family member.
Mhm.
They will let you do that if you cannot attend. So you can buy the
Yeah.
package, and then you got family on the East Coast, you're on the West Coast, you can split them up, and that could work. But that doesn't mean you get 20 single tickets to the World Cup final.
There's gonna be a lot of ticket scams involved with this because if I actually buy that Super Ticket Fan Pack and I buy the 20, I'm not gonna be able to go to say Kansas City tomorrow and Miami 3 days from now. So
Yep.
I'll sell the one to Miami, but I can't just sell it on a third party like StubHub. I gotta sell it to a friend or a family member. But I don't have any friends or family members in Miami, so I'm gonna find someone down there.
Make a new friend.
Make a new friend.
Yeah, and then
Exactly.
we are soccer group.
And then I may sell it to him, or I may sell it to him and not give it to him because I'm a bad person. And that's how bad things happen, and there's going to be a lot of fraudulent stuff.
Yeah.
This is just FIFA trying to get people to the Club World Cup, right? That's
Yeah.
what this is.
They want fans in the stands, so there's because you get a slew of matches. I mean, listen, the big clubs will get their fans, right? They'll go because they're the big clubs.
Yeah.
But the Al Hilals of the world and the lower division European sides that have qualified for this, and probably some of the Asian Pacific teams that have qualified for this through their league champions, whatever, tournaments and everything. And then obviously we have the 2 MLS teams so far. If Club Lyon doesn't get in, like we talked about a couple weeks ago,
Yep.
then maybe another MLS team or another Liga MX team gets in. But the big games with the big teams will attract the fans, but the thing is you don't want to see is like half the stadium full of like just one team and then like not even a tenth of it filled with the other.
It's just it's scandalous. It's FIFA up to its old tricks again. Just scandalous with. They need to sell tickets to make this money to hand out for the prizes, and
the worst will be the football stadiums. They better plan this right, where they put the right matches in the right times in these football stadiums. That's for sure.
it's all based around TV most likely. So who knows? We'll figure it out when we cross that bridge. I get there, but FIFA. Oh, you're doing it again. All right, last thing we're gonna get to today. Mo Salah and Virgil van Dyke, both on the verge of signing 2-year deals at Liverpool. We already know Trent Alexander-Arnold has potentially rumored, it definitely happened, we can't say it though, signed a 5-year deal at Real Madrid, earning a boatload of money. I think it's like $600,000 a week, something stupid, because he's on a free, so he's leaving for free. And Liverpool said, well, we can't afford to let Virgil van Dijk and Mo Salah leave for free, so let's take our time and negotiate. And it looks like they may have struck deals with both players. It's just rumored. The Athletic today broke this story, and it looks like Mo Salah will be sticking around for another 2 years, as will central defender Virgil van Dijk. I predicted Salah would be off, and Van Dijk would stick around for another year too, but it looks like both of them. Liverpool fans, you have got to be ecstatic with this news.
I don't get the Salah one still. Like, how much more in the tank does he have? Like, is this a one-off where he just had a crazy great year, and what if he gets injured next year? What if he just
willing to let him walk away for free after having one of the best years the Premiership strikers had?
Yeah, because he's aged out.
He's proved this year he could do it. I guarantee you, here's what happened, Brooks. I guarantee you. They said, we're going to offer you a one-year deal. And he said, no, I'm going to walk for free. And they said, ooh, shit, he's serious. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to offer you a 2-year deal. And he goes, I'll take the 2-year deal. And it took a long time to get there, but there's some outs. There's some clauses. I guarantee there's clauses. Always clauses. But I guarantee they said, well, how do we do this? Because we can't let him walk for free because, he just the Golden Boot winner of the Premiership this year by a mile. He is killing it, scoring. I'm on your side here, but the guy's numbers speak for themselves. He's been scoring goals in boatloads, and they said we would rather pay him than let him walk for free because then if at the end of this year, the next year, in the middle of that deal, he sucks. You know what? We can sell him. At least get something for him.
Yeah,
we don't let him walk for free.
I guess.
Also, how much would it cost to replace him on that side? And the goals, how much does it cost to replace the goals that he scored? That's what you got to look at in the summer window. What kind of strikers are out there? What kind of right-sided strikers you can cut into the left and fit within Arnie Slot's system? So
that's always hard to compare, though. It's like baseball's got wins above replacement. If you replace the play, I don't know if soccer has that.
Well, I guarantee someone thinks they have it.
Probably, yeah. I don't know. BX Gunner 81 says world-class players age like fine wine and turn up after 30. Some do. I mean, Messi.
All right. I mean, I'd love it. All right, BX Gunner 81, let's have a little conversation about this. If he was on your team, regardless if you like him or hate him, if you put that many balls on the back of the net,
Arsenal, huh?
30, if he's 30, would you let him go? If you had a striker like him, let's say it's Saka. Let's say it's Saka at the age of 30. He just banged in 23 goals for the year. You let him walk away for free? For free. He stays healthy. The man stays healthy. He avoids tackles. He takes all of your penalties.
Yeah.
Puts them in the net 99% of the time. You letting him walk away for free? I can't do it. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
You got to sign him. You got to take that risk. Also, I mean, they're going to explore the market probably for the next year or two. Probably find a replacement or someone who can kind of come under him a little bit and take a little minutes here and there. But
see, Van Dyke is the one that makes sense. I mean, he's 34.
That's old for a center back in the.
I know, but he still moves well. I mean, listen, Tim Ream played for a really long time.
This is true, Tim.
And Tim Ream wasn't a Virgil van Dijk, so.
Yeah.
But you can still move. You're athletic. You can still shove people off the ball. As long as you're not giving the ball to the other team and you're doing halfway decent job and you have a good partner next to you, you should be fine.
Well, I think Liverpool fans should be ecstatic with this news. I think they should be over the moon that they have not let these two walk away for free. The only one you're losing is Trent, which keeping 2 out of 3, hey, that's a win-win right there. So
yeah. He agrees with you, BX Gunner. He said they definitely had to resign him. Would have been criminal to let Salah walk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's tough. It's that's the business of sports. You let him walk, and if you find their next guy, you look like a genius. If you were like, you let him walk, he does well at his next club, you're like, what if?
Yeah.
The what ifs in sports always get you.
Exactly. For me, they got nothing to lose, and it's probably the best thing for them moving forward. So congratulations, Liverpool fans.
Yep.
Winning the title this year and re-signing 2 of your 3 best players whose contracts are due to expire. So good job to you guys. All right, Brooks, I think that's going to wrap us up for the night.
All right,
buddy. Thank you, everybody, for joining on a Wednesday night. We very much appreciate it. We will not be on here on Sunday at 9 o'clock with a weekly recap show. As you heard me say earlier, I'm out of town. I'm headed to England, headed to Birmingham, headed to Villa Park to watch the return leg of Aston Villa versus PSG. Brooks will drop a video, though. We're going to go high school rankings video at 8 o'clock that night, so join us. Yeah. Make sure you see who here in Michigan in the girls' high school soccer rankings made it through 1 through 15 through all 4 divisions. We will drop that for you. We may do a couple of things next week. Keep on top of that. And if you're on Facebook, please join our Facebook group. The We Are Soccer Facebook group. It's a private group, but it is full of fun things and full of great discussions about these games. Please sign up. It is free. We would love to have you guys join us. And across the board on all of our social, platforms, please, social channels, please give us a like, a share, and a follow. We'd very much appreciate it. If you're on Apple and listening to this, give us 5 stars. It means the world. I think that's going to wrap us up. All right, guys. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you next week at some point. Cheers.
Cheers.